You're watching Vancouver TV, where we show you what's happening in your city. We've got the latest movie reviews and access to your favorite celebs. From fashion to red carpets, live shows, and more, we cover it all, keeping you informed about your city and in the know about upcoming events.
I'm so happy that you're here. After my parents died, I didn't really think I was gonna be able to come back to Tijuana, but you always made me feel like family. You are my family.
Yeah, Merrick. From Los Angeles.
I just want to find my friend.
I need you to do a favor for me first. You mess around and I'll kill you both.
Park the car real close to the curb. Let's go.
Is this you?
You have to believe me. They made me do it.
The building that you blew up is a DEA safe house. You know how long you'll go away for? Unless you help us get Lino Esparza.
Please.
I can see it in your eyes, see it in your face.
Forget your friends. No one's coming to save you.
Whether or not you survive, it's entirely up to you.
You're gonna be my queen.
You gotta learn how to use one of these. La bala, the bullet. La bala settles everything.
Hit me like
Ever since you showed up, the police have been one step ahead.
hit me like
You better do what you need to do.
Tell Lino he has a mole in his operation.
I have a plan. I'm gonna come back for you.
Tell me lies. I'm gonna hurt you.
me like
I'm not giving up on my family.
La bala. In the end, the bullet settles everything.
hit me like trigger body aftershock.
To win tickets to see this movie and other fun movie prize packs, visit www.vancouvertelevision.ca.
Hey, Vancouver television viewers. Thanks for joining us on another episode of Vancouver Television. I am here today at VanDusen Gardens at the Floral Hall with Mary Painter. She is the show committee chair, and tonight they're doing a show and sale, and right at the right time of year.
Absolutely. It's beautiful out. They got the lights on in the garden, and we're here trying to make Christmas merry and bright.
Merry and bright and sparkling with all of these beautiful pieces from different artisans here. You have more vendors here this year.
We do, yeah. So actually, this is actually our first year in the Floral Hall. We traditionally have done Mother's Day in the BMO Great Hall here at VanDusen, and this year we decided to add a holiday show. So we're doing it here in the Floral Hall.
Yes, and I see some gorgeous new additions. We're just starting out the night, so I feel like it's going to start getting busier. And I saw people kind of drifting from VanDusen Gardens after they seen the light show, right? To come here and check out the real light show, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so if you're ready to see some bling bling and some beautiful creative work here, then stay tuned because we've got a great show planned for you.
We do.
Hey guys, I am here looking at some exquisite designs by Linda Designs here. Thanks for joining us, Linda Chow. She is the artisan behind this beautiful work. So how long have you been here for?
2 years now with the Guild, and I've been doing the silversmithing for approximately 4 years. So that's it in a nutshell.
Linda, what inspires your design? Because I see a lot of geometrical type of design. I see a lot of like metal work, manipulation of metal. Tell us a little bit about like your knack.
I do a lot of walking, so I pay attention to what I see of fluttering leaf that falls from a tree. How do you do that? Well, it isn't a flat piece of metal. It has to be shaped and formed, and that's what I work at. I like to manipulate the metal, either hammering it, texturing it, folding it, hammering it some more, sanding it, just to get the different designs. And from there, you never know what's going to happen. So that's what I do. Mostly in silver, too. I like to work with silver. So.
Well, you are very talented, so thank you so much for sharing with us. Hello, I am here with Erica. She is I would say, multimedia designer of jewelry, and this is a piece that she has created with Palmer's clay, and she's kind of wrapped it around a gem. And like most of her jewelry is very, very unique, and I feel inspired by bohemian design, but I want to hear from Erica herself. How's it going, Erica?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. And your design name is?
It's Rockin' Dreams Jewelry.
Rockin' Dreams, and it really is a rockin' dream. Like, I'm just looking at this and I'm like, this is so gypsy, eclectic, kind of, you know, inspired like by mermaids and fairies. I really like this bohemian design. So where did you learn how to do this?
I learned when I was living in Thailand. I was living on Koh Chang for 6 months, and I found somebody who did macrame, and I wanted to be able to design my own. Yeah, so I learned, and they ended up calling me Shrimp Brain while I was learning for a little bit. It took me a bit, but I did it, and yeah, here we are. I've been making hand pieces that I've named the Azori.
Wow, and that's amethyst stone in there.
Amethyst with tiger eye. I like to use natural stones, and everything is built for water, so it's all waterproof and good to last. And go with you throughout the day and into water and do your life. Yeah.
So Palmer's clay, like, how did you come about using this material to design your jewelry?
Well, it's really easy to play with. It's kind of just I can use it to mold and create kind of anything that I want, so that's awesome. And I've got a lot of the ideas just from different Disney movies and fairy tales.
Totally.
And then you just create the design and you bake it for a bit.
You bake it. So, but so how long do you have to bake this for?
Not too long, maybe 15 minutes or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And you said it's waterproof.
It is. The polymer clay and all of the Azoris are built to last in water.
Perfect for mermaids.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so with this type of design, like this, like definitely, I was telling you, reminded me of The Little Mermaid, and you know, when the witch is wearing that locket with Ariel's voice trapped in it. That's what it looks like to me. You know, when she's walking on the boat.
I love it.
That scene.
I love it.
That chilling scene. But I love your design. It's so unique. It's so beautiful. It's so colorful, and you know, the way that you've kind of put all of these different materials and different styles together makes you a very intricate and versatile artist.
Thank you. It's definitely different from a lot of the things that I've seen, so that's exciting.
Yeah, I hope you do well here in the market. Is it your first time coming to the Guild?
First Christmas market, and yeah, I'm a new member of the Guild, so this is my first one.
Welcome. So I hope you do a great job. This is starting to really grow on me. I think I might have to give myself an early Christmas present.
I like the size of that.
But I don't want to, I don't want to say that I'm the evil witch. I'm actually a good witch. Yeah.
All my jewelries are good for good witches.
Yeah, this is all for, like, it's all for, you know,
good witches, fairies, and
good
mermaids.
Witches, mermaids, yeah, fairies. And, you know, I'm a fish, so this would be really good for me because I like going swimming. And, you know, when you go in seawater, you can't always wear your jewelry, right?
Exactly. So all of this is good to go, and
so you guys are welcome, basically. You're welcome. Okay, so check out Erica's design at
Rockin' Dreams Jewelry on Instagram.
Do you have a website, love?
I do. It is just in the makes of being up and running. So within the next few months,
So follow her on Instagram.
Yeah, and
awesome.
It's rockanddreamsjewelry.com.
And we'll see you at the next show, my dear.
Yeah, perfect.
Good job. This is beautiful. Thank you. So I'm here with Dava. Dava, nice to meet you. Your jewelry is gorgeous.
Oh, thank you very much. I enjoyed making it.
Yes, you're very talented. And how long have you been part of the guild for?
I've been part of the guild for just a little over a year. I discovered it when I came to VanDusen last year for the Mother's Day show.
Yes, and I remember your jewelry from then. You have a very unique style. I think I would say it's inspired by nature, yes?
Yes, nature and the beautiful province we live in, BC.
Yeah, I can see that in like the mountains and the imprints of cedar and the birds, definitely.
Yeah, we have such a wealth of imagery to work with, and it's just so beautiful. It just needs to be shown off.
You're definitely right about that. We do have like really beautiful scenery here in Vancouver. So of course we get inspired by where we live, right?
Yeah.
And now we can really represent our beautiful city with this jewelry that you have made from your imagination and your inspiration of that. So tell me a little bit about the materials that you work with and the kind of like metalsmithing that you do.
Primarily I work in silver, fine silver and gold. I do some brass and bone work. I do anything from chasing and repoussé, traditional goldsmithing, engraving. You name it, I'm trying it all.
Yes, and in fact, and you've gone beyond just, gemstones. You've gone to historical pieces of art that you've incorporated into your design.
Yes, I like working with antique mother of pearl Chinese gaming chips. They are these intricate, beautiful mother of pearl chips that were made for the gentry in England and France from 1700 to 1800. And they've got the most intricate, stunning carvings of philosophy, poetry, botanicals from everyday life. And they just sit in people's attics, unless you can find them, and then turn them into beautiful jewelry. That way people can carry a piece of history with them.
Wow, so you're wearing, it's wearable history, and it's so beautiful too. It's so unique. I haven't seen anything like that before. And what a great way to use, historical artifacts to make jewelry that we can make relevant to our day and time.
Yeah.
Really, really unique.
Well, it's either that or it gets lost, and it's too beautiful to lose, so why not just wear it?
I'm sure that would mean a lot to people who have ancestors of that time. So maybe you should get your information out there. So tell our viewers a little bit about yourself and your how they can take a look at your jewelry.
My name's Dava Carter. I run Dendrophilia and Dreams, and I am inspired by nature, architecture, all manner of geeky things as well. You can find me on Instagram under Dendrophilia and Dreams, and on Etsy under Dendrophilia and Dreams.
Hey guys, I am here with another guild member. Her name is Lorinda. Hi Lorinda, how are ya?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good, and nice to see you again. You were at the Mother's Day show as well.
That's right, yes.
And so how's it going tonight so far?
It's pretty good. It's a little quiet because I think everybody's out looking at the lights right now. So hopefully we'll get a mad rush when they're done.
Oh yeah, once they're bored with that, they'll be over here. So I think jewelry is a little bit more exciting. I don't know about you, but it is for me, especially when it comes from the creative imagination of you artisans here. So tell our viewers a little bit about your inspiration behind the design and all of that.
Well, I kind of like to do what pleases me. If I find something interesting, then I'll kind of make sure it's perfect. Like I'll work on it until I'm totally happy with what it is. And I also like working with local stones if I can. It's just exciting to make something out of a stone that you can find locally and bring out the beauty of it.
Definitely, and it seems like you really are detailed with your work. You were telling me about the hammering and the texturing, so especially with those moonstones. So tell me a little bit about how grilling that type of labor is.
Well, I want to make sure that the orientation is perfect, so once you start, you don't want to stop. And then as I'm turning the piece and hammering and it can be kind of grueling on your hands. And I wear earplugs as well because when you're hitting metal, and also it's hard on your fingers. I've got a couple blood blisters on my finger because sometimes you miss. So yeah, it's just, but it's all, I love doing it, and you know, a little bit of pain is worth the prize in the end.
Well, your design, it really shows that you take that time and you know, detail, because it is absolutely clean work, and it's so pretty, it's so intricate and kind of unique. So that's what I love about the Creative Guild, is because everybody's got their own style, and they have their own, you know, something that's inspired them to have their own unique style. And then that's why, you know, when you come here and you find jewelry, you're finding a one-of-a-kind piece.
Definitely, yeah, every piece is different, every artist is different, we all have our own styles, and that makes it exciting, because every table you go to, you'll find something different and something that's more suitable for your desires.
Wearable art, that's what I say. Yeah. So thank you so much for talking to us again, Lorinda, and I wish you the best of luck with the show and sale. I am here with Anita. She's another guild member. Hi, Anita. How's it going?
Good. How are you tonight?
I'm doing great. So tell us a little bit about yourself and your design.
Okay, so I make Juliet 925 is my branded jewelry, but I also own a little retail store, the Fort Finery. I have the Juliet 925 carried in about 10 different stores throughout the Lower Mainland, and also on Etsy under Juliet 925. Some of my more popular designs are my knot rings and my spinner rings, and I'm doing my knot rings now in 10 karat gold with gemstones set in them, so those have been really popular as promise rings and engagement rings too. So.
Oh, makes sense that's a promise ring, like tying the knot eventually,
exactly,
right?
Exactly. Yeah. And bridal gifts too. Some of the brides, you know, they'll buy a double knot ring for their bridesmaids parties, and thank you for helping me tie the knot. So that's been really popular for those as well.
That's wonderful. It has sentimental value to it.
Exactly.
And how did you come up with that idea?
You know, I wish it's sort of not a unique design to me. The design was really popular in the 70s, and I sort of knew of it from back then, but I kind of ran with it, setting the gemstones and stuff with it. So I did a little bit more. Sometimes I antique them, I mix metals, and you know, you see a design and you try to make it your own and do some different things with it to give it that different twist. So, yeah.
Touche, twist.
That's right.
All right, so where can our viewers go to find out more about your jewelry? On Etsy, right?
On Etsy, Juliet 925, my little store in Fort Langley, the Fort Finery, which is down on Billy Brown Road, or there's different shops in Vancouver, Fine Finds in Yaletown, Bird on a Wire on Main Street, Two of Hearts in Kitsilano, the local space in Langley, and other stores that I'm forgetting right now. I apologize.
And how long have you been a guild member?
I first started with the guild, I think, about 6 years ago, and once I moved to Fort Langley, I haven't been really a super active member, but yeah, so about 6 years ago I started, and I learned how to make some jewelry pieces from Ron here that you just had a little interview with as well, so we're all learning and trading ideas with each other, yeah.
That's wonderful, a sense of community, you know, your own society of artisans working with metal, and you understand each other's pains, if you know what I mean.
Oh, for sure, yeah. We sit and talk about it all the time, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us, and I wish you the best of luck with the show and sale.
Okay, thanks, Pegah.
You're welcome. Hey guys, I am here with a guild member I remember from Mother's Day. Hey Mona, how's it going?
Hi, Pegah, how are you? Good to see you again.
Good to see you too. I see that you are here with your beautiful glass blown designs here today for the holiday show and sale. How's it going so far?
It's good. It's good. It's nice to see everybody again, and it's very festive. I like this building, different location. Yeah.
And your company's called Glassy. You said people started calling you Glassy, hey?
Yeah, some people call me Glassy now. Had like, you know, different glass blowing events and such. Yeah.
And so, okay, I see kind of like this nautical, sea-inspired look to your glass blowing. Tell us, how long have you been glass blowing, and how long have you been part of the guild?
I've been glassblowing for about 6 years, and I've been part of the guild. I think I was here maybe the second or third Mother's Day show at the VanDusen Gardens, so I can't remember how long it's been, but yeah. I'm inspired by the ocean. I love diving, so I've been diving for many years, and I take my inspiration from that.
Yeah, I see the jellyfish and the shells, and I see flowers, and it's just those colors in there.
So this is a color that's called amber purple. It comes with 5 parts germanium oxide and 1 part sterling silver, and the actual color is made by a glass alchemist, and I purchase the raws and then I use them to blow glass. Essentially, like I coil pot around a tube and then I blow a bubble and then I shape it, sculpt it, add different details to it, use shears and just different elements to, and then I love this color. It's very iridescent, especially in the sunlight, and all my seashells are one of a kind. They're different ones, different colors, turquoise and some other special colors.
Hey guys, I'm here with Eugenia, one of the guild members I remember from Mother's Day. Hi Eugenia, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. So how's it going so far in the show and sale?
It's okay, people come in, asking, admiring the work. Yeah.
And just to remind us, tell us about your design and how long you've been part of the guild for.
Part of the guild for the last 3-4 years, doing silversmithing, and we cutting our stones ourselves, me and my husband, and my daughter joined our team as well. She started making jewelry as well.
And what inspires your design?
Nature, like a picture in the stone. I just start working and keep coming up with the design, so this is why my piece is so unique. Even if I want to, I could never repeat myself. It's all very interesting work, and I design it and trying to make it back beautiful as well, if it's a pendant.
Well, you don't need to try too hard because this is beautiful, and I love how the detail work is amazing. So that must take hours and hours.
Yeah, average 6 to 8 hours each piece.
Oh, that's a lot. So, but the result is beautiful. Thank you so much, Eugenia. Nice to see you again.
Nice
Good luck with the show and sale.
Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm here with Lori of the Beadist. Hi, how are you?
Excellent, thank you. How are you tonight?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Good.
All these beautiful pieces are distracting me from my job.
Then our plan is working.
Yeah, it's definitely working, and I think that by the time I leave here, my bank account will be empty.
That's also our intent, yes.
But there will be Christmas presents for all.
Excellent.
So how's it going, and tell us a little bit about your design, just for those who haven't seen the Mother's Day show.
Well, I work with sterling silver and also with beads. I really love stone beads. I've been working with beads since I was 9 years old. And so I've done a lot of reading about different stones and things like that. And I have my favorites. I like them all, but there's some that I like more than others. So what I've done here, actually, I have a few different things here. So this particular collection down here, this is what I call the Copper Moon collection. And I created that for the fall because I always feel like in the fall we should be wearing copper.
Why is that?
Oh, to match the leaves. It's sort of a camouflage thing. Anyways, so then I also gave myself a challenge this year. I call it the Zero Waste Challenge. And because I like to cut round shapes out of sheet metal, that's my favorite shape. And I would be left with these little bits around the corners. And I thought, well, how can I cut it in such a way that I can use all of the metal? So I drew up a pattern. And so what I've done here is I've cut out the center in the round, but I'm also using the outside shapes. So the whole idea is that I'm using all of it. I'm not wasting any of it. So these are with sterling. I've also done other pieces in copper and bronze as well. So I'm very conscious about how much I'm using and the fact that I'm trying to use all of it and not waste any of it. So it's partly, about money, of course, because we don't want to waste anything, but also because there's enough garbage as there is. I don't want to contribute to that. I mean, a lot of these metals you can reuse, but not all of them. So I'd like to think that I am taking some of that out of the waste system.
Wow, that's very environmentally responsible of you as an artisan. And and it works really well with your design. I really like how these, the way you've used both the part you've cut out and the part you've taken out and then put it with stonework.
Yeah. So we have things here like this is rainbow moonstone, there's labradorite, which are two of my favorite stones. I also have some quartz here. These are kind of interesting. These pieces here are actually made with vintage silver-plated trays. Wow. You can find them in thrift stores, and some of the designs on them are really gorgeous. But people don't want them anymore because they don't want to polish them. So I thought, well, how about if I cut some pieces out of them, finding the nicest designs there, and I put them with sterling silver components and semi-precious stones. And we get the silver tray collection.
And I mean, it says on your card that jewelry of the mind, body, and spirit. Is that because you're using stonework and that's to enhance the...
Exactly. The energetic properties of the stones.
Yes. Thank you so much, Lori. Tell our viewers where they can find out more about the beadist.
Okay, the beadist, you can go online to the beadist@telus.com. You can send me an email. I do have a web page now, which is getting up and running at the beadist, and I'm also on Instagram and Facebook.
Awesome, thanks, Lori. Good luck with the show and sale, love.
Thanks.
Hey there, Vancouver Television viewers. Thanks so much for joining us on another episode of Vancouver Television. I've had such a lovely time here tonight looking at these beautiful pieces of art that you can take home and wear. The imagination of all these artists come to life with all these different materials that they've been working so hard to make these unique pieces that you can take home. I hope that you have a chance to go and see a show and sale. If you want to find out more, you can go to www.thecreativejewelersguild.com. Thank you so much for another great episode on Vancouver Television. I'm your host, Pegah Ahani, and we'll see you next time.